Time out with him. Oh.
Open up your mind and let me in. Open up your mind and let me in. Open up your mind and let me in.
Hello, welcome to Time Out with Timo. I'm your host, Tim Owens. As always, very happy and grateful to be here today. I want to start by talking about some controversial comments made by rapper Slim Thug, who's been attacked online recently for what he said. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video, let you guys see for yourself, and I'll come back and talk about it some more. Let's get to it.
It's 2025. We can't blame white folks no more. We gotta let that go, kid. Them people, that wasn't even these people. That was some people before them. So at the end of the day, everybody showed us they can do it from scratch. So we can't be waiting on nobody to give us nothing. Everybody just gotta do it, no matter where you come from. You gotta do it from scratch. I ain't had shit and look at me now. So if I could have did it, you could have did it now. We gotta stop making excuses. Stop waiting on motherfuckers. We gotta take advantage of this shit. We gotta be happy on purpose, doing shit that make us happy.
All right. Now, I know a lot of people don't like what he said, but you have to ask yourself a real question. Is there any truth in it? Or is it true at all? Now, let's talk about this for a second. Has there been progress made in this country for Black Americans? Absolutely. Me and the gentleman was having a conversation about a month ago. He was an older guy in his 60s. He was trying to tell me that we haven't made any progress in this country. It's still as it was back during Jim Crow time. And I said, are you serious? So you really believe there's been no progress? He said, okay, barely. See, it's that line of thinking that makes the remark that Slim Thug made so controversial, because there are people who are steady passing on racist rhetoric. Now, before you throw me in the group with someone who is making excuses, right now, you can get in your car as a Black person in this country. You can drive from the East Coast to the West Coast, and you'll make it there safely. Even if you were speeding in your vehicle and had no license, you would get a ticket, possibly detained, but guess what? You'll make it home at some point. Or if you're driving legitimate with insurance, proper license, vehicle registration, you'll make it to wherever your destination is. You can drive from the United States to Canada without a problem. Give that a try back in 1955 or 1960. Some places as late as 1970, the chances of making it probably was slim. But in today's time, you can pretty much go anywhere you want to go. As long as you obey the rules, act accordingly, act like you got some sense, you really don't have any problems. Now, have I experienced different racial issues at different times in my life? I sure have. But those were few and far in between. You're never going to get rid of ignorant people, but you can't always point the finger at someone else, especially if there are things that you can do to improve your situation and circumstances. The majority of the time, if you act accordingly, people won't give you a problem. Now, you can dislike what Slim Thug said, but that's his experience. The man is 45 years old. Maybe he learned from when he was a younger man some of the stereotypes that he was a part of keeping alive or helping to make people think negative of the Black culture. Maybe he's grown up, he's matured, he realized that that's not the path you want to go down anymore. So I don't find anything wrong with what he said. There's nothing wrong with being held accountable. For some reason, people just don't like the truth, especially in our community. If everyone calls you out for the same thing, that means there's some truth to it. Now, guess what? Now, let me talk about these two topics, because these are definitely things that are affecting the Black community. All right. The first one would be Arrested Development. Now, a lot of people know about the TV show, but they don't really understand how this is really affecting, especially a lot of the Black males in our community. Arrested Development, defined as a condition where an individual's emotional or psychological growth halts or stagnates at a certain stage, can manifest in various aspects of one's life, shaping relationships, behaviors, and perceptions in subtle yet impactful ways. Now, I hope you guys got that. So to me, that would be equivalent to a man who is 45, 50 years old, sagging his pants, wearing jeans and Jordan gym shoes, full gray beard, gray hair, but he's dressing like he's 19 or 20 years old. Doesn't own a pair of slacks, doesn't own a button up. Vocabulary, very limited. Arrested development, folks. Man who refused to grow up, refused to age accordingly. Yeah, that is a problem. We do have a serious problem with that. Now, if you get upset by what I just said, that means you're one of those people. Anyone who gets mad when you bring up someone who behaves a certain way, especially very ignorant, then that means that you're the exact same person. Now, the other one I want to talk about that no one's mentioned, you ever know those people who love attention, like they crave attention, grown adults who have to be the center of attention. They'll put on a bright yellow suit or bright lime green hat just so people can look at them, so they can be noticed. They have to be seen. They'll speed past the police on purpose just to get stopped so they can play victim. Man, why are you bothering me for? I see this every day. Like, I see these behaviors every single day. Now, this one is called histrionic personality disorder, HPD. Is a mental condition characterized by intense, unstable emotions, a distorted self-image, and attention-seeking behaviors. People with HPD may appear lively, charming, flirtatious, but their self-esteem relies predominantly on attention and approval from others. Psychotherapy is commonly used to treat HPD. Now, some of you guys maybe suffer from this yourself. Or you may have a family member or a co-worker, definitely members in your community that suffer from this, without question. So, before you attack someone who speaks the truth or points out things that are obvious to the CNI, do some research. So, as always, I hope you guys were able to get something from this information I just put out. If you have not, subscribe to my channel. Share my content. As always, happy people do not cause problems. Peace.
If everybody winning, who's losing? I'm trying to make it make sense. It's like it's so confusing. I see the pain in your eyes from all the lonely nights. I swear I know how I feel. It just don't feel right.